In this video, I'll be showing you how to code a car in advanced. You'll notice that the difference now is that each square, each pixel is 50 units wide instead of being 1 unit wide. So we're going to be using some bigger numbers here. I'm going to start with a just pre-made background that I have used in a previous project. And the reason that I did this is just to save some time. You can add in a background if you want, or you don't have to. You'll see that in the rectangle that I just coded for, I added in a 5th number, and that rounded the edges of my rectangle. This is a great way to add some detail to your project to make it look a little bit more polished. I just think it looks nice on this car to have rounded edges. So I added in a top part and the body of the car. I decided to make a truck, but you can really make your car look like whatever you want. I'm going to start by adding in some tires by making ellipses that are filled in black. But I noticed that this ellipse is actually on top of the car, which is not the look that I want for this project. So I'm going to change up the order of the code. By having the code for the ellipse first, it appears on the canvas first. Then I have the body of the car come afterwards so that it is actually piled on top of that ellipse so that it doesn't look like it's on top of the car. I'm going to add in my other tire, and then I decided that I wanted to add some silver hubcaps onto my car. So I'm going to make ellipses at the exact same X and Y location as my last 2 ellipses, but I'm going to make the width and height smaller. So instead of 100 by 100, I'll make them 50 by 50. And that's just a great way to add some details, make them look a little bit more polished, but it's an easy line of code to write because you basically already wrote it. The next thing I'm going to add in is a window. I'm just going to fill it in white. You could make it the same color as the background. You could have a little person peeking out of it. This is where you can really add your own special flair to this project. So I'm going to just make it 45 by 45. I think that's a good size for this since I'm not trying to put a person inside of that window. You might want to make it a little bigger if you're trying to add some more details. Then I'm going to put in a color code for a headlight. And I want to add a headlight that is in the shape of an ellipse. And I'm going to put it at 575, 425. And I'm going to start by making it 70 by 70, and I think it's way too big. So I'm going to change that to 50 by 50, and I still think it's a little bit too big. Change it to 40 by 40, and that's the way I like it. So you'll notice that my truck is kind of covering up the tree. That's okay, because we're actually going to make this car move in another episode.